Young and the Restless spoilers full. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a wild one in the soap world and we have a lot of heavy stuff to unpack. Let's just dive right into the madness happening in Las Vegas right now because things are falling apart fast. Nick thinks he is the man. He really does. He is acting on this wild assumption that he is totally in control of everything happening in Las Vegas. He sits there and he truly believes that he can handle the situation. He thinks he is out there supporting Adam. He thinks he is always one step ahead of the bad guys. But that belief is just completely gone from reality now. It is a fantasy. It is not based on facts anymore, not even a little bit. Because the reality is that Nick is a mess. A complete and utter mess, and he does not even see it. He thinks he is the hero of this story. He thinks he is the reliable Newman brother who's going to save the day, but he is just lying to himself. And his behavior right now shows this massive instability, an instability that directly affects the entire plan to find Matt Clark. He is not thinking straight, his brain is completely fogged up, and more importantly, he has no idea how obvious it has become to everyone else around him. What he thinks are just minor slip-ups, little mistakes. They are actually giant flashing signals showing he cannot be trusted at all. He thinks he is hiding his fentanyl use. He thinks he is functioning, but he is not. He is failing, and he is dragging the whole operation down with him. Even when he faces a chance to reset, a chance to regain control and fix his mistakes, he just sinks deeper. He leans harder into the exact behavior that is destroying him. That choice defines the moment. He is not losing control by accident. It is not something happening to him against his will. He is actively reinforcing his own downfall. He is choosing the drug over the mission. Over and over again, he takes the hit. He feels the rush. He lets the numbness take over, and he actively throws away his power. He is handing his agency over to a chemical, and by doing that, he is handing his life over to Matt Clark. So Matt does not even need to try. Matt Clark is lurking out there in the Vegas shadows, but he does not have to force a confrontation. He does not have to plan some elaborate ambush. Nick's pathetic condition totally removes the need for Matt to do anything difficult. Because Adam is out there investigating Riza. Adam is getting closer to identifying her accomplice. The path to Matt is slowly opening up. But this kind of operation needs stability. It requires a solid foundation and a reliable backup. And Nick cannot provide that. He just can't. Which turns an operation that should be controlled into a massive, glaring vulnerability. Matt does not have to outplay them if they are already entirely off balance. Matt just has to wait for Nick to fall over. And at the same time, Adam is pushing forward. He is moving with this intense focus and determination. That contrast is so important to look at. Adam is executing the mission. He is out there doing the dirty work. Nick is just declining. He is falling apart on a hotel sofa. That huge imbalance hands the advantage right to Matt without a single direct fight. Nick's role in this whole thing has completely shifted. He used to be the anchor. Now, he is no longer a crucial asset to the plan. He is a wild card, a dangerous variable making everything unpredictable and making everyone vulnerable. This weakness is not going unnoticed. Matt is in a perfect position to exploit it, using Riza as a bridge. The closer Adam gets to the truth, the more dangerous Nick's instability becomes. Because Adam thinks his brother has his back, but his brother is asleep. And what makes it so much worse is the lack of intervention. The warning signs are there, they are loud, but they are ignored, which allows the situation to just keep rolling unchecked. Giving Matt exactly what he needs without having to lift a finger. It is not just a setback, it is a total shift in control. Nick's addiction is not just hurting him, it changes who actually runs the game. Let's talk about that phone call, because that phone call was a disaster. Nick is in Vegas. He is high on fentanyl, and he gets a call from Sharon and Chelsea. They are back in Genoa City. They are anxious. They are desperate for updates on the search for Matt Clark. So Nick answers. He starts the conversation with this totally fake upbeat tone. He tries to sound like he is in charge. He admits that Adam is with Risa Thompson and says things are moving along. He is trying to sound confident, but he can't hold it together. The drug is too strong. The fentanyl pulls him down. His voice starts to drag. He gets confused. He gets sluggish. And then he literally nods off. He falls asleep in the middle of the phone call, just passes out while holding the phone to his ear. And Sharon and Chelsea are just sitting there on the other end, listening to silence, listening to him breathe. They are asking if he is still there. They are totally confused. And they are starting to panic because this is not normal Nick behavior. This is the behavior of an addict. But they don't say that out loud, not yet. Then Nick snaps awake. He realizes he just blacked out. So he makes up this clunky, stupid excuse. He mumbles that Adam is calling him on the other line, and he just abruptly hangs up. He runs away from the conversation because he knows he is caught. But hanging up doesn't fix it. Sharon and Chelsea are left there talking about how bizarre he is acting. They know something is wrong. Chelsea is already terrified about Adam slipping back into his spider persona, and now Nick is acting like a zombie. But instead of jumping on a plane, instead of calling for real help, they just worry. They talk about it and they let it go. That is the lack of intervention I am talking about. The warning signs are screaming, but nobody is stopping the train. They are just watching it derail, and by doing nothing, they are basically giving Matt Clark a free pass to destroy Nick. So after Nick hangs up, he just gives up. He completely surrenders to the drug. He passes out on the sofa, just a total lump of a human being, the reliable Newman brother, the protector, reduced to a sleeping addict on a couch in Las Vegas. While he is sleeping, Adam is out there working, but Adam is distracted too. Adam is busy kissing Risa. He is flirting with her. He is getting pulled right back into that dark underground world. Chelsea's worst nightmare is coming true. Adam is cheating. Adam is playing with fire. When Adam makes a comment, assuming Risa's boyfriend is a man, she challenges him. She asks how he knows that. She is playing games with him. She is keeping him off balance too. But here is the difference. Adam is still moving forward. Adam is still trying to figure out the puzzle. Adam's distraction is reckless, but it is active. Nick's distraction is passive. Nick is literally unconscious. And that contrast is everything. Adam is doing the work. Nick is failing the assignment. And because Nick is failing, the whole safety net is gone. Adam thinks he has backup, but his backup is in a fentanyl coma. This is why Matt Clark doesn't have to try. Matt is just watching this whole circus unfold. He sees Adam getting tangled up with Risa. He sees Nick incapacitated. Matt is probably laughing. He has the easiest job in the world right now. Nick's delusion is the saddest part of all this. Earlier, Nick had the nerve to confront Adam. Nick asked Adam how far he was willing to go. Nick tried to play the moral authority. He tried to act like he was the one keeping Adam in check. But it was a complete joke. You cannot be the moral compass when you are hiding a massive drug addiction. You cannot protect your brother when you cannot even stay awake for a 5-minute phone call. Nick's ego is so huge that he actually believes his own lies. He believes he is still functioning. He thinks he is managing the fentanyl, but the fentanyl is managing him. It owns him. It dictates his actions, his sleep, his lies, and this changes the entire dynamic of the Vegas storyline. It is no longer about the Newman brothers teaming up to take down a bad guy. It is about a bad guy walking into a room where the door was left wide open. Matt Clark's path to revenge is completely clear. Risa is the connection. Adam is getting closer to that connection. And as Adam gets closer, the danger level spikes. But the defense level has dropped to 0 because Nick is the defense and Nick is broken. This is a massive shift in control. The power does not belong to the Newmans anymore. It belongs to Matt because Matt is sober, Matt is focused, and Matt is ready. You have to look at how clunky Nick's attempts to cover this up are. The excuse about Adam calling on the other line, it is pathetic. It is the kind of lie a teenager tells. And Nick is a grown man, a powerful businessman, a father. But addiction reduces you to a child making up bad excuses. He is not thinking Tho Dao. He is not thinking clearly at all. He thinks a weak excuse covers up his massive failure. But it just highlights it. It proves that he is compromised, and everyone who interacts with him can feel it. Even if they don't know exactly what the secret is, they know there is a secret. They know he is unstable. But knowing he is unstable and doing something about it are two different things. And that is the tragedy here. The people who could stop this, the people who could intervene, they are paralyzed. They are just talking. Sharon and Chelsea are just having conversations. While Matt Clark is getting ready to strike, the lack of action from Nick's support system is the final nail in the coffin. It allows the instability to become the new normal. It allows Nick to keep using. It allows Matt to keep advancing without a single obstacle in his way. So what we are watching is a slow motion car crash. Nick is behind the wheel, but he is asleep. The car is drifting into oncoming traffic, and Matt Clark is the Mack truck coming right at him. Nick thinks he is driving straight. He thinks he has his hands on the wheel, but he doesn't. The fentanyl has the wheel, and the crash is inevitable. Matt does not need to swerve to hit him. Matt just has to keep driving straight, because Nick is doing all the work to destroy himself. This is the reality of the Vegas trip. It is not a heroic rescue mission. It is a tragic display of a man losing everything because he refuses to admit he is weak. And Adam is going to pay the price too, because when Matt strikes, Adam will be exposed. Adam is relying on a ghost, a phantom brother who is mentally checked out. Adam is too busy kissing Riza to see that his brother is dying right next door. The whole situation is a disaster, a complete and utter disaster. And control has shifted entirely. Matt Clark is the puppet master now, and he didn't even have to tie the strings. Nick tied them himself and handed them over. Just a brutal, clunky, messy reality of addiction and arrogance. And it is going to end badly, very badly.